am Carmen.
And I'm Bob.
And we are missionaries in Mexico City. I am a clinical psychologist by profession. I've been working for over 25 years in a private practice setting with bilingual clients. I've also taught psychology at the undergraduate and graduate levels. My real focus for a number of years has been studying what are the best practices that address the needs of multiply wounded people in some of the hardest places around the world.
My life's passion has been to help people fulfill their purpose and to break free from destructive cycles. And so I've served with ministries in 13 different countries and went on to study my MBA in global economic development to help people not only change themselves, but then to become change agents who help to change others. Living daily in this context leaves people abused or abusing others, untrusting of themselves, others, or God, traumatized, vulnerable to addictions, to pornography, to drugs, really just as an escape.
It may come as a surprise, given these harsh realities, that these urban slum communities are also places of tremendous opportunity.
The Whole Life Ministries International helps to nurture a sense of hope and purpose, to help transform the emotional and spiritual health of adults, children, and youth, so that they can be change agents, not only for themselves, but also for their communities, to help to transform a generation of people locked in a cycle of poverty and destruction.
There's a deep hunger and a desperate desire for change. And that means that when you hand someone a tool, they immediately put that to use. So the results are seen in the very short term and the impact is very tangible. We've heard the stories of these impacts from people like a mother who told us at the beginning of the parenting program that she had grown up being very abused physically by her parents and yet found herself hitting her children every day, filled with guilt and shame about that. With a big smile on her face, she told us about how she had stopped hitting her children and found that now her children were running up to her and throwing their arms around her and hugging her in a way that felt transformative for both her and her children.
And I spoke with one pastor who shared with me that although we teach emotional healing in our churches, we have nothing that goes to this level of depth or touches this area of need.
In many of these communities, the churches that do touch on the mental health needs of the people in the congregations tend to do so from a very legalistic perspective, which ends up adding more shame to people and further alienating them from the church community and sometimes even from relationship with God.
So in a church where 35 out of 40 of the people have gone through or are in the middle of domestic violence or sexual abuse or marital infidelity, you can imagine what it would be like to have a pastor who is sensitive to that and speaking to those issues, or people or programs that can actually help them work through healing. So check out our website and find out some more information about how you can get involved and be able to pray more specifically. This ministry is not supported by a big organization or a government, but rather it's by people who have vision for the future, who have hope for change, who believe that God can transform lives, and who want to have a lasting impact on the people's lives.
My voice rose up to you, God. Well, I cried out loud. My voice rose up to